Welcome to Make It Take It. I'm DC. I want to tell you about a couple college basketball games that I find interesting today and the ones that I'm betting. It's been a rough couple days for me after I had a nice 14-3 run over like a week and a half. And then the last 2-3 days haven't worked out well for me. But you can watch yesterday's video because I always put the previous video in the description. My records for the sports are in the description. I've said repeatedly the first 2 weeks of college basketball are always rough. You don't really know what you're getting that much, especially in the last couple of years with rule changes. And that's not an excuse to lose games, but instead of not making videos, if I'm going to bet, I'm going to put it on video. So that's how I do it. And I go light the first couple weeks. So if you're tailing me, keep that in mind. If you're fading me, that's okay too. I'm not selling you anything, but I do ask you to leave a comment if you're going to fade me or if you have a play that you like, you want to point something out. Trying to get some discussion here so we can work out some stuff together. So check that out. Like my video, subscribe if you haven't, so we can get some, work some stuff out together this college basketball season. A lot of interesting games today. The first game that I noticed was Colgate at Syracuse. Colgate's beat Syracuse the last 2 years, and they've won in Syracuse by double digits. They've beat Syracuse big. This year, Syracuse is a first-year head coach. Boeheim's gone. And that's an interesting matchup to me. I kind of lean Syracuse on that. I'm not betting it yet. Also, I'm going to tell you about a couple games that I'm leaning. And if I bet them, I'll drop it in the comments. But I'll tell you the ones that I'm definitely betting. I'm leaning Syracuse on that. I see a lot of people picking Colgate. I kind of think double-digit revenge. The line is 4 right now. I lean Syracuse. Kansas, Kentucky today. Which way are you going to go on that? Neutral court. I kind of lean Kansas. And then the Battle of Iowa. Iowa at Creighton. I'm leaning Creighton on that one. It's an 11-point line. And that's a lot of points to give a team like Iowa, a Big Ten team. But I think at the line being that big, Creighton's ranked number 8 in the nation. I think Creighton might be able to go that. But the first game I'm betting is UMass Lowell +5 at Georgia Tech. UMass Lowell's from a lower conference than Georgia, a much lower. Georgia Tech's ACC, the pinnacle of college basketball. And they have a first-year head coach, Damon Stoudemire. But UMass Lowell, they've had a good program the last few years. They've even been ranked at the lower end of the top 25 in the last 2 years. And they're really coming up. They were 30-something in scoring last year, and they returned their top scorers and rebounders from last year. So I like Lowell to at least keep it close. I like Lowell +5 on that one. I also like a really high total. I talk about when I see these super high totals, they stick out to me, and I like taking them. I like leaning overs. Pepperdine didn't work out for me last night, but we know that LIU just can't score. And I said that in the video. As long as there's enough scoring, we'll go over. Pepperdine didn't get it done last night. Toledo Wright State, I'm hoping does. I went over 163 in Toledo Wright State. Wright State's given up 105 and 107 in their first 2 games. We know Toledo can score, and this series has gone over 3 in a row. So they do get at each other. I'm going over in that one. And then the other game I'm considering, my boys, Queens, playing at home against High Point. Queens lost their first 2 games of the year, which was expected. And they played Marshall, who they beat in their first Division I game last year. And then they went into Southern Illinois. It's always tough to go into a Missouri Valley when you're out of conference. So they're forgivable losses. Today, they have High Point. They're a 4-point favorite. And High Point's a super high scoring team. But I'm going Queens on the money line. So I also consider the over on that. But for now, it's Queens on the money line, UMass Lowell, and the Toledo Wright State over. Let me know if you like any of the games I put out, any of the games you like, any of the leans that I have. If I add anything, I'll throw it in the comments. Thank you for all your comments and input. Thank you for watching. Good luck today.